Officer Fringella, badge 4683. I spoke to you on September 19th.
Oh, okay, all right. I've called and emailed you guys several times. Officer White assured me last week, because I relayed the same story I relayed to you guys, and he was surprised that he said that nobody took proper notes. Apparently, he confirmed with Constable 4606 that they did go out to see, the judge. Nobody's bothered to get back to me. He said no report was filed, in fact, and no particular notes were made. So what he asked me to do is send some additional information, which I did last week, and follow up, because I need to ensure that this is happening, right? Like, why have you guys put me off like this?
So the information that you gave to us on September 20th, I have the report right here. I have the report in front of me. You were claiming sexual harassment against Justice of the Peace McEwen, whatever his name is, and the evidence that you brought to us was not a criminal offense. Police did not have any grounds to proceed with an investigation. Thus, we did not proceed with an investigation. Me and my partner, PC Gagnon, we told you that multiple times.
No, when you guys left here, you actually told me that you were going to speak to Justice McEwen. And the other thing is, it's not just sexual harassment, and you might have advised me of that. It's actually also solicitation, because he was looking for sex for his orders. Right? When I chose not to respond to him, I explained to you, that it was difficult for me to basically relive the situation with you, and I explained to you that there are audios available that you could have easily gotten, which would have proved everything that I was saying. The fact that the evidence exists, the onus is on you to go investigate it, right? This is not just sex. I use the word sexual harassment because I didn't know the proper term. But when I explained to you that he was looking for sex for his orders, that should have indicated to you that, that it's something different. Like, I'm not in your field.
So I have the report right here. You did not say that. You said during a Zoom meeting in court, you said the Justice of the Peace was checking you out by looking you up and down.
No, I said that he was...
Hold on, let me finish. Then you said, Justice of the Peace said, get me out of this room during a court Zoom meeting. And then you advised at another incident, you guys were trying to schedule a meeting, which you didn't agree to, and he said, who are you to refuse me?
No, you took all my words out of context, ma'am.
No, I did not. I have it all on body-worn camera.
Yeah, well, but on the body cam, I explained to you that you were taking everything out of context. I also explained to you that when this all started happening, that I started blocking it out because it was my way of protecting myself, right? I have since been getting some counseling and education through a couple of women's groups, and what's odd is you guys told me that people who experience sexual harassment, that they're going to remember every little detail, but that's actually untrue. It's actually the opposite. To protect themselves, they will have memory loss. At any rate, as I explained to Officer Ryan White last week when I came in, I explained the whole situation, and you've gotten the story wrong, and you've chosen to, and I actually said to you, and it would be on the body cam, that you're taking my words out of context. And I said to you, why are you putting me to relive all this when you can simply go get the audios and you could have verified everything? Right?
What would you like today?
Okay, so I did send additional information. I also spoke to Officer White, and he assured me that there would be a report filed. He told me you didn't file any kind of a report. There weren't even any real notes. Like and he spoke to Officer 4606. So, I would like this followed up. And he told me that apparently Officer 4606 did go out and speak to Justice McEwen, which is news to me. me, because all these months, nobody's told me. And in fact, I even said to you, I think I have an email where I said to you, if you're not going to investigate this, what is the point of you going out to speak to him? Because he's just going to retaliate. So guess what? He's retaliated now. Now he's filed a report saying I've harassed him. I explained, and I think I sent you I think I've copied you guys on the emails with the other officers, and I explained to the other officers my side, where you guys have dropped the ball here. Like, you've taken my information out of context, and I said that, and that would be on the body cam. Right? I would like to clarify, essentially, this guy came on to me at the first hearing. There were a couple of hearings, okay? At the first hearing, he came on to me. He was expecting sex for his orders. I chose not to respond. Okay, so I'm being very clear, right? This is very uncomfortable for me to discuss. Now that I've been in group therapy and I've started discussing it more, things are coming back to me, right? And I don't know why you guys would make this so difficult. You should be making it easier. Like, you're a woman too. How would you like this to happen to you? I shouldn't have been expected to sleep with the judge and then for him to reprise me by reversing all the orders that previously were in my favor, just simply because I didn't respond to his sexual interest in me. Right? Then on a follow-up hearing, he just to be clear, on the follow-up hearing, which was September 15th, he came in saying, "You don't want me? You don't want me? How can you refuse a man like me? How can somebody like you not want me? I should not have even come." Right? So there's no mistake that this guy was basically, he was acting like a man scorned. Right? I did nothing wrong. I'm not supposed to sleep with the man to get orders. Right? These are orders for my basic rights. Like a basic right of disclosure. Like, you must know that that's like the most basic part of any case. I don't know why I was expected to sleep with this man just because I wanted, I needed to get my disclosures. This came out of the blue to me. He all of a sudden, like, I'm in there to, basically finalize some orders that were already granted. I didn't expect him to come out and lay all this stuff on me. I didn't even know how to react. So are you, because Constable White confirmed, because he escalated with your supervisor last week, and he even spoke to Officer 4606, and she verified that you did go out to, somebody went out to, or I think it was her, went out to speak to Justice McEwen.
Okay, so just so you know that there's a report put up now, so if you'd like to view the report, you can come to 22 Division to obtain a report, or you can request it online. But in regards to our investigation, there's no further investigation on our end.
Okay, but I just clarified with you. I explained to you exactly what happened, right? Even if on that day I didn't remember every little detail and then you were taking my stuff out of context, I would like this investigated. Like, I feel like I'm in danger. I can't even think to go back into that court. They tried to get me to go back in there on December, and I feel like I would be assaulted if I go in there. So I said, no, I'm going to do a remote hearing. Right? I need you guys to investigate this, and I don't know why you're not.
But investigate what? What is so, like, I'm trying to understand.
This man solicited me for sex.
Investigate criminal offenses.
Yeah, is sexual solicitation not a criminal offense?
I don't know how that's sexual solicitation.
Because he was expecting sex for his orders.
Did he say that? Did he tell you that?
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. In the way he expressed himself, in the way he acted, in the things that he did and said, he did say that.
Okay,
right?
So
that's what I've been, I don't know, I just finished explaining that to you.
Rather than telling us on September, all the things that you told us on September was not even close to what you're telling me now.
Okay, because you were taking things out of context, and you do realize that when people go through these
I
things...
actually wasn't taking stuff out of context. I was writing down what you told me at the time. What you tell me is what I investigate, and what you told me is not a criminal offense. So me and my partner weren't going to investigate something that wasn't criminal. Do you understand that?
Okay, but do you understand? I didn't use the proper term because I used sexual harassment and not solicitation, but I did tell you he basically reprised me by reversing his orders just simply because I didn't respond to his sexual advances. That's solicitation. I did tell you that, right? I relayed, at any rate, right? I'm clarifying everything now, and I do want this investigated, right? You can say whatever please send me a copy of your body cam. I explained to you that at that time I was getting some memory loss, which is a natural thing with most women who've gone through any kind of sexual misconduct.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
Hello? Is this still Constable 4683?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know how you guys could not have understood that, because I spoke to Officer White last week, and he was shocked that there was no report or no notes or nothing, but he did confirm. Can you reconfirm, did you speak to Justice McEwen?
I did not. I'm not sure if my partner did at the time.
Okay, because Officer White had confirmed.
I don't know who told you. Okay, so maybe someone did. However, at the time when we took the report on September 20th, there was no sufficient grounds to go and investigate a criminal offense. And what I told you at the time, me and my partner, we told you you can go file a report to the courts. Obviously, you can make you can complain about the Justice of the Peace if you didn't like his...
It wasn't a Justice of the Peace, it's a justice.
Yeah, so there's Justice of the Peace and there's judges.
Yeah, this is a judge.
Okay, you said Justice of the Peace.
No, you kept saying Justice of the Peace. I said judge, always.
Let me see the email.
Justice McEwen. See, this is it. You guys misinterpret things, and then you make assumptions, and then basically you this is just excuses not to investigate it. Like, you guys are re-victimizing me.
No, okay, no, we're not.
Yeah, and I sent you I sent you additional information last week.
Okay, we cannot take a report. So when you give us the report to do on September 20th, you told us what happened. Me and my partner told you there was no criminal offense for us to investigate. When you come back to us several months later...
Okay, because I've called and I've emailed you several times and nobody's responding to me, right? I sent you an email a couple of days after you came. Nobody responded to me. I called several times and I also emailed you, which I also copied you on when I sent you the information last week.
Okay, so like I said, for our report that you gave us, we're not investigating any further. If you like, I can give you my sergeant's number and you guys can set up a time and date so she can explain to you further if you're not understanding.
Okay, so I don't understand because I came in last week, I spoke to Officer Ryan White, 4319. He spoke to 4606 and the supervisor, and he explained the situation to her after I relayed what had happened. He told me to send you guys additional information. He told me that now you guys will do a proper investigation starting with getting the audios, which I told you to get back on September 19th when you came out. Right? So I'm confused. Like, are you out of the loop? Because I think the emails that I sent last week on January 19th with the additional information, right, should have been sufficient for you guys to continue with the investigation. In other words, I've supplied you additional information. I've also interviewed with Officer Ryan, who also felt that you guys should, first of all, he couldn't understand why you didn't get back to me or why you didn't further investigate. And the fact that your partner 4606 spoke to Justice McEwen and both of you just decided not to respond to me, just to ignore me.
Okay, well, he's not the officer who's investigating.
Okay, and that's the other thing. I think obviously you and your partner 4606, you guys are just trying to basically bamboozle me, and you're not actually helping to investigate this at all. I'd rather have an officer like Officer White who's actually going to help me. Right? The fact that audios exist, you should have been going to get the audios, which I told you, and it's on the body cam.
Okay. What's the best number to call you back at?
905.
1 second. 905.
796.
796.
5200.
5200.
And tell me, why did you wait so long to put out a report?
We don't have to put out reports. If we feel that there's no criminal offense or there's no need to put out reports.
Okay, but I just finished telling you that there is criminal offense. I just gave you additional information on the phone here, as well as in my email from you last week, as well as I came in to speak to Officer Ryan White. Right?
Yep.
So why do you not want to investigate this?
That is 4 months after we...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This situation's been going on for a year and a half now, right? If I provide you additional information, which Officer White confirmed with me last week, he said that Officer 4606 was waiting for additional information. At which point I said, so why didn't they respond to my email and say, do you have any additional information? So now I've provided, so now, let me finish. So now, I talk loud. I actually have a loud voice.
No,
right? I do have a loud voice.
You're not going to yell at me through the phone.
I'm not yelling at you. I have a loud voice. Right? That is how I speak. I do have a loud voice. This is me normally speaking. Right?
Okay.
So let me finish. Can I finish? Right? So now that I've provided you the additional information and I've just confirmed with you on this phone call exactly what happened, right? It's sufficient. It's if I didn't remember everything back then, right? And you're saying the stuff that I told you, which was sexual solicitation, because if I've told you that he was expecting sex for his orders, I mean, that should have been enough for you to go and do an investigation, right?
Okay, so how was he expecting sex from you? What did he say?
He spent a good portion of the time trying to tell me trying to ask me how I felt about him. At times he said, like he was talking like a child, and he tried several different ways of, getting me to say how I felt about him. I just froze because this came out of like left base for me. So I froze. I didn't respond. I didn't know what to say. Right? After he tried several times, then all of a sudden he just blasted me, completely humiliating me, and he chastised me. I even have a letter from one of the lawyers that was there that actually sent a letter saying the judge chastised me.
So
right?
What day was this on?
What do you mean? That was on this occurrence? This occurrence was September 17th, 2021. And then after he blasted me, at one point I think I said, he says, then he said something to the effect of, because you're using me for my orders, and that's exactly why I'm not going to give them to you. And then he says, and then I said, no. I said no in a no, why are you doing this? And he says, because I think you're using me for my orders. So he was trying to get me to say that I liked him, and then after I wouldn't respond, then all of a sudden he started to reverse his orders, and then he started talking like a child, and he was obviously very hurt, and he started chatting with the lawyers, and he apologized to them for ever ruling in my favor and against them in the past, and then and then he started just chumming around with them. Right? That was the first instance. Now the second instance, which I booked on September 15th of 2021, he came in and he started saying, "You don't want me? How can somebody like you don't want me?" Right? And he said, "I should not have even come here." Right? And he was acting like a man scorned. So then I tried to refocus the conversation on, we're here to finalize and correct these orders, and then as soon as I said then let's just be done with this, he freaked out and he screamed, and he let out like a screech, and he just goes, "Get me out of this hearing right now, I can't take it," and then so they cut out the call. It was just the strangest thing, and I told all of this to Officer White last week, and he was shocked that you guys would not have followed up and put in a report. And the fact that Officer 4606 spoke to Justice McEwen, although I had told you guys, if you're not going to investigate it, if you speak to him, he's just going to retaliate. Well, guess what? He's retaliated, because now he's put in a report saying I was harassing him. Right? Because you guys dropped the ball.
One sec. Hey, what do you got?
I am there.
Sounds good. Okay, so, give me 1 second, okay?
I mean, you have to understand, it's hard for victims to relive this stuff, retelling people over and over and over. It's like you're reliving the whole thing. So it is hard.
Okay.
Like you must, have you guys had any training on...
So, ma'am.
Hello?
This is the 3 different options, okay? Or basically 2. So, what's gonna happen if you have more information to provide?
Well, there's also another part of this that maybe you didn't acknowledge, or I don't know. I mean, first of all, do you not understand how uncomfortable it would be for any woman to have to relay this, particularly somebody from a fairly conservative Hindu background where we don't talk about these things at all? Like our movies, they don't even kiss on the screen.
I understand, like
you can. This is like
those remarks that he's saying to you of how could you not want me, or who are you to refuse me? Get me out of this room. I understand understand you might be taking that in a sexual manner.
Well, no, you can't determine what happened unless you see those audios, right? Or listen to those audios, and there perhaps are even videos of it, right? Because but you trying to take everything out of context. But you trying explain to me.
Exact same thing.
Explain.
Me and my partner even told you that day, even if we were to get the audio or if there was visual or whatever, and we heard the judge say, get me out of this room, or who are you to refuse me, or how do you not want me? By him just saying that, that's not a criminal offense. I'm saying that to you, my partner Danica said that to you, my partner White has even told me he has said the same thing to you.
No, he actually did not. But anyways, listen. No, he didn't. You weren't there. But anyways, listen.
No, he told me.
Okay, but anyways, listen. At this point, right? If the audios exist, why are you guys not getting the audios, right? Again, you cannot take words out of context. You have to have them in context. And if there are, obviously, when somebody says something, there's what's called inflection. Okay, so when you say something, how meaning is derived, and I know because I have a communications degree, it's through inflection. So if you take words out of context and you don't take it within the whole situation, then you cannot arrive at the proper meaning. I was there, so I know what happened. Okay, this judge
expect the options that can happen.
This judge tried very hard. Can I finish?
No.
You're interrupting me. No, because you're interrupting me and not letting me finish. No, right? I let you finish when you're saying your words, right? But you keep interrupting me, right?
I know, man, but you're saying the same thing.
No. This man, in the first instance, he tried every which way to get me to tell him how I felt about him. Okay? Then he reprised me because I refused to respond. Okay? And then he made it very clear to me that because I did not respond, that means that he's going to basically reverse all of his orders that were previously in my favor and not give me any more. So that's sexual solicitation.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. He's telling me that he wants sex for his orders.
Okay, so there's three options, like I said. I'm gonna set up a time and date for you to speak to my sergeant. She can better explain this to you. Or if you have any more.
But do you guys not have a sex crime division? Because you guys are obviously not trained on how women are affected by these things.
No, we do.
Okay, so why don't you refer me to them?
No, it's the frontline officers who deal with it. It's not. We don't have a special unit for that.
Okay, but that's what I just asked you. Do you not have a sex crime unit? Because I know in Toronto they did.
No, we don't.
Okay, well, obviously you guys haven't been trained very well because number one, you misinform me as to how women experience these things. Number one, they do have memory loss. In this particular case, there are audios available, so you could have made it a lot easier on me by just simply going and paying $12 to get a copy of the audios and do a proper investigation. You did not investigate this. You're just trying to create.
We told you why we didn't.
I told you the guy was asking for sex for his orders. That's solicitation. Right? You just choose not to believe it or not to acknowledge it. Right? You're just trying to create excuses not to do an investigation.
Okay, listen to me. That was not what you told us on the day we came to your house. Everything that you told us was audio and visual recorded through a body-worn camera.
That's fine.
I noted it down in our computer.
No, and that's fine.
No, let me finish.
Yep.
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm. And I explained to you, did I not say to you?
Sergeant, or you can call the non-emergency line and fill out another report. But this report that you're reporting to us of what you did on September 20th, it's being closed. That's the information.
Okay, no. But I spoke to Officer White last week.
Okay.
He said if I sent you additional information, right?
He's not the officer in charge.
Okay, but again, then perhaps you guys should not be the officers in charge because you have not helped me at all. All you did, and there is body cam, right? Oh?
Hi there.
Hi, is this still Officer 4683?
Yeah. So like I said before, I can set up a time and date for you to speak to my sergeant so that she can explain this better to you, because maybe I'm not explaining it properly. If she can just give you more of a
what I don't under what I
let me finish. She can give you more of a better perspective from a higher position because she's a sergeant. If you'd like to request a copy of the report, you can come to 22 Division and request it, and you can see what we've done on our end and what we've taken from you. If you'd like to request our body camera footage, you can request that as well.
Okay, but all these months, I kept being told, and that's why I've sent umpteen emails to you as well as made calls into the station, and I've been told that you guys were in charge of this investigation. I was also told last week by Officer White in front of one of the cadets that I was to provide additional information, which I have, and that you guys would be making a proper report and doing a proper investigation, which includes getting the audios. Okay? So why are you not following through?
The last time I spoke with you, me and my partner told you we will not be going to get the audio because it's not a criminal offense.
Okay, so but at that time...
That's what I'm telling you now.
But at that time, I didn't give you... No, but excuse me. At that time, I was experiencing memory loss, and I told you that, right? At that time. Now, since, even a couple days after, I've been trying to get a hold of you, and you guys have not responded. Okay? Now that I went into I don't know if that's 22 Division that I went into last week, and I was told to provide you additional information, as well as I've now given you additional information on the phone, right? So, again, why are you not continuing with this investigation and getting any audios that exist? If they exist, you guys have a duty to get those.
Right? Ma'am, no, we don't.
It seems to me you're just trying to basically, slide this thing under the rug. And all you guys have done, your conduct so far has been to just ignore somebody. You're ignoring a woman who's been abused. The judges reprimanded me, and in the hearings, you'll hear the lawyers and the judges asking the lawyers, how do we make her shut up about the sexual misconduct? And the lawyers advising the judges, just declare her a vexatious litigant and shut her up about the sexual harassment. Right?
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to give you a call back,
that is the other part of it, and you guys are being completely unhelpful. From the beginning, you ignored me. Why would you ignore and not respond to any calls? And every time I call in, everybody's telling me you guys are in charge of this investigation.
Okay, we are in charge.
Months later, you guys were the police officers that came out here on September 19th. You told me that you were going to go see Justice McEwen, right? And you said that you needed additional information to go get the audios. I've now provided you the additional information. It should be sufficient that if a woman, and this is actually a normal thing. I've sent you a letter from the sexual assault support group that have been in business for 38 years dealing with women, and the memory loss that I experienced, it's normal. It's normal. Most women do, because that's the way a woman protects herself when these things happen to them. Right? It's not anything irregular that I experienced. So now I've given you additional information. I've had some therapy, and it was actually an eye opener and it was actually comforting to hear that it wasn't just me. Other women experienced the same. So you guys told me that no, any woman who's experienced this, they'll remember every little detail. You were wrong. And that's why I'm saying to you, obviously, you guys are not trained on dealing with women that are experiencing sexual misconduct, because if you were, you wouldn't have been telling me all those things that you told me, such as I'm supposed to remember every little detail. No, it's normal that actually you would not.
I'm going to give you a call back, okay? I'm going to call you back soon, okay?
Okay, so why are you calling me back?
Because I have to go and speak to my sergeant about this. Once I speak to her, myself or her will call you back.
Okay, I'd rather your sergeant call me back, because honestly, you guys have been no help.
I tell you for the past 50 minutes.
Yeah,
I said I will set up a time.
But you have to understand, it's been months that I've been trying to get a hold of you guys, and now that I've gotten a hold of you, it's natural that I would be very upset. Right? You guys are not taking this seriously, and all you do is basically you're helping me to get re-victimized. Now the judge has filed a report against me saying I'm harassing him because you guys dropped the ball.
Okay, ma'am, I'll give you a call back.
Can you give me the report number, by the way? Because I don't even know when I'm going to hear from you, because it seems you guys don't return calls, right?
The last time I checked, you had the report number, but it's PR22.
Okay, that's not a report. That's just an occurrence. I confirmed that with Officer White and the cadet that was there, and the records people last week.
So what do you need?
There hasn't been a report filed on this.
Yes, there is. There's a report put up. I have it right in front of me.
Okay, what they told me is that there weren't even any notes or anything.
They would not know if notes were made because our notebooks are our personal notebooks.
Okay, because what I was told last week is there was no report.
Would you like the report number or not, ma'am?
Okay.
Is it PR2203112224?
Yes.
Because I'm told that's not a report.
That is a report. That's the occurrence number, and if we put up a report, that report will be put under that occurrence. I can confirm you right now there's a report. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, and what date was that put out?
I don't know. It doesn't show a date.
Because last week when I came in, I was told that has been no report. It's an occurrence, and there's not even any notes, any particular notes. There was like no notes made on anything.
Okay, so like I said, I'll give you a call back. Okay.
Okay, so when will you be calling me back?
I don't know. I will call you back sometime today.
Because I've already put in an order for this report. That's what I was there doing last week.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, but I was told there has not been a report.
There is a report, so you'll have to.
And are you saying that you're refusing to take my additional information and go and do a proper investigation?
Ma'am, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'll give you a call back. So if you're patient, I will give you a call back today.
No, but okay? do you understand why I wouldn't be after 4 months of trying to get a hold of you guys, right? Like, you understand that, right?
I personally did not get a phone call from you. I did not get any emails, so.
Okay, but is your email 4683@peelpolice.ca?
That's my email. I did not get nothing from you.
Okay, because I have a whole bunch of emails here.
The only thing I got was something from last week when you were emailing TPS.
Well, if you scroll down, I can forward you. I can reply all and send you a copy of this, because do you not have the email where I provided you the additional information?
No, maybe it was just sent to my other partner.
No, I have it here.
I'm going to.
I'm looking at the email here. If you like, I'll print it out and bring it in to show you.
No, it's okay. I will give you a call back.
And I have attached to it, because I just responded to all the times that I've sent you another email, because I call in, they say, oh, email them. So I've emailed both you and 4606 several times, because it's attached. They're actually, all those emails are attached to this one that I sent.
Hello. What's going to happen?
Oh, is this Officer 4683?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what is your, instead of just, can you just tell me what your name is? Sorry, can you spell it out? F-R. A-N. Okay.
G-E.
All right.
L-L-A.
Okay, Frangella?
Yes.
Okay, and you're 4683, right?
Yep.
Okay, what is the other Officer 4606? What is her name?
I'm sorry?
The Officer 4606, what is her name?
G-A-G.
G-A-G.
N-O-N.
O-N. Gagnon.
Gagnon, yeah.
Okay, Gagnon. Okay,
What's going to happen is that my sergeant, I just spoke to her right now. She's a female sergeant. She's going to call you tomorrow morning because right now she's just tied up on a lot of calls. So she won't have time today to call you, but she's going to give you a call tomorrow morning.
Okay, can I ask what her name is?
Yeah, it's Sergeant Wood.
W-O-O-D?
Yeah.
Okay, does she have an extension?
No extension, no. She just said, I'm going to leave her your name and phone number, and she's going to call you back tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, because again, I'm kind of, it's just strange that you're saying you didn't even receive the email from me last week, January 19th, where I have all of you copied on it. I have 4319, I have 4606, and 4683. Do you want me to send you yet another copy of the same thing?
No, it's okay. If you send it to my partner, she had it, so she forwarded me the last one.
But you have it. Because it says 4683 at peelpolice.ca, and all the other emails from the past few months where I've been emailing you guys, I've always emailed both of you. The only thing with last week is
maybe it didn't go through. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, but several times?
Like, sometimes my email won't work and it won't receive emails from like outside. If it's from an outside agency, it won't. Sometimes it won't, like I won't get the email. That's happened before. But every email, because I've sent, like this is like 4 or 5 emails that have been sent over the past few months. And the most recent one from January 19th, I copied all 3 officers, Officer White, Gagnon, and also yourself. Okay. What's your phone number again? 905?
796?
905. 796
5200. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'd rather, I'd like this to be assigned to other officers who are actually going to be more empathetic and who actually take action, not people who are going to ignore me.
For sure. I will let my sergeant know that, and she'll call you in the morning, okay?
Yeah, when I came in last week, it was like night and day because everybody, like the cadet that was there, Officer White, and also even the records people, everybody couldn't have been more empathetic after I relayed what had happened to me. So I don't understand how you guys are taking, have even misconstrued what I said on September 19th. I explained to you that I was experiencing some memory loss, and you guys were telling me that is irregular. It's actually very regular. Like in this email I sent you last week is from the Sexual Assault Support Center, and they've documented that is a regular thing that most women will experience because it's a difficult situation for us. Right? You may be cavalier about people coming on to you in the middle of a hearing and in public and in front of your brothers, but I come from a culture where that is very, very irregular. We're a lot more prudish. I shouldn't have to put up with that. And then for him to be expecting sex for his orders, that's just disgusting. Like, I'm still so shocked. Honestly.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, my sergeant will call you in the morning, okay, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Take care, bye.
Bye-bye. Sorry, who am I speaking to?
It's Officer Fringella, badge 4683. I spoke to you on September 19th.
Oh, okay, all right. I've called and emailed you guys several times. Officer White assured me last week, because I relayed the same story I relayed to you guys, and he was surprised that he said that nobody took proper notes. Apparently, he confirmed with Constable 4606 that they did go out to see, the judge. Nobody's bothered to get back to me. He said no report was filed, in fact, and no particular notes were made. So what he asked me to do is send some additional information, which I did last week, and follow up, because I need to ensure that this is happening, right? Like, why have you guys put me off like this?
So the information that you gave to us on September 20th, I have the report right here. I have the report in front of me. You were claiming sexual harassment against Justice McEwen, whatever his name is, and the evidence that you brought to us was not a criminal offense. Police did not have any grounds to proceed with an investigation. Thus, we did not proceed with an investigation. Me and my partner, PC Gagnon, we told you that multiple times.
No, when you guys left here, you actually told me that you were going to speak to Justice McEwen. And the other thing is, it's not just sexual harassment, and you might have advised me of that. It's actually also solicitation, because he was looking for sex for his orders. Right? When I chose not to respond to him, I explained to you, it was difficult for me to basically relive the situation with you, and I explained to you that there are audios available that you could have easily gotten, which would have proved everything that I was saying. The fact that the evidence exists, the onus is on you to go investigate it, right? This is not just I used the word sexual harassment because I didn't know the proper term. But when I explained to you that he was looking for sex for his orders, that should have indicated to you that, that it's something different. Like, I'm not in your field.
So I have the report right here. You did not say that. You said during a Zoom meeting in court, you said the Justice of the Peace was checking you out by looking you up and down.
No, I said that he was...
Hold on, let me finish. Then you said, Justice of the Peace said, get me out of this room during a court Zoom meeting. And then you advised at another incident, you guys were trying to schedule a meeting, which you didn't agree to, and he said, who are you to refuse me?
No, you took all my words out of context, ma'am.
No, I did not. I have it all on body-worn camera.
Yeah, well, but on the body cam, I explained to you that you were taking everything out of context. I also explained to you that when this all started happening, that I started blocking it out because it was my way of protecting myself, right? I've since been getting some, counseling and education